It is a sad day in the world of sports, especially in the game of baseball across the nation, the state, and in the city of Mobile. Baseball legend and Mobile native Hank Aaron passed away today at the age of 86. He died in his sleep in Atlanta.
Aaron is known around the world as baseball's home run king. In his 20-plus year Hall of Fame Major League career, Hank clubbed 755 home runs. None more famous than 715, which he hit in April of 1974 on national TV to eclipse the previous record set by Babe Ruth.
Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
It is one of the most memorable sports moments of the 20th century. Hank endured horrible racism from thousands of people who did not want to see a black man achieve the most hallowed of career records in American sports. But Hank's hometown remembered him and honored him in a number of ways over the years. First in the 1980s by dubbing the four streets that formed the boundary to downtown the Hank Aaron Loop. Then in the 90s, Carver Park in Tolmanville, where Hank grew up across the street, was renamed Aaron Park. Hank played a lot of baseball on those diamonds as well as those in Plateau, Pritchard, and down the bay. And in 1997, Hank Aaron Stadium opened in Mobile with Hank there on opening night.
Most fulfilling moments of my life. Also, it is one of the happiest moments of my life because my mother, my father, my wife, and most of my family here are in attendance. And I want to congratulate all of you, the fans here in Mobile, and hope that this ballpark will continue to be filled just as it is tonight. Thank you and congratulations very much.
Hank threw out the first pitch to then Mayor Mike Dow. Hank described that night as the best of his life. Bill Shanahan was the Bay Bears GM. We spoke with him via Zoom today from South Carolina.
For him to be able to come back to Mobile, his hometown, and for the community to dedicate that stadium in his name meant a lot to him. And you're right, Peter, that that night, opening night, 1997, he did say this was the greatest moment in his life. And you think about, wow, Hank Aaron had a lot of great moments, and he's saying we're getting to be with him on that special moment.
13 years later, in 2010, Hank's boyhood home was moved to outside the stadium and opened as a museum. The grand opening was attended by the Commissioner of Baseball, as well as a number of other Baseball Hall of Famers, like from left to right, Bob Feller, Ozzie Smith, Goose Gossage, Reggie Jackson, Ricky Henderson, and you don't see there the great Willie Mays.
And we mentioned he did pass away in Atlanta where he lived, but he returned home to Mobile from time to time.
Especially when his parents were living. He had a house on Dog River where he enjoyed fishing, and he'd come back for special events. About 3 years ago, he made maybe his last big appearance in Mobile when he was honored by the Mobile Area Mardi Gras Association.
Governor Kay Ivey ordered flags to be flown at half-staff until sunset today in honor of Hank Aaron. And you are looking at them from the display at the USS Alabama. And fans today have been stopping by Hank Aaron Stadium and Hank Aaron's childhood home and museum. And that is where we find Robbie Baker.
Yeah, good evening, guys. The house you see behind me was actually built in 1942. It's where Hank Aaron grew up here in Mobile, and it's where his mother lived as late as 2007. In 2008, the house was moved to this site here just outside of Hank Aaron Stadium. It has since become a museum where baseball fans from all over come to pay respects and celebrate the home run king.
Henry Aaron has just tied Babe Ruth in the all-time home run parade.
Everybody knows he was a great baseball player. To me, one of the top three ever to play, but he was also a greater human being.
Out of here! It's gone! It's 7:15! There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Hank Aaron will forever be remembered as one of the best to ever play the game of baseball. Here in Mobile, though, he is also one of our own.
He always loved the city, and anytime we had a need, he would come back, a couple of times a year usually. Anything we asked of him, he always was there, always backed us, always wanted us to do well.
Aaron's childhood home is now a museum, sitting just outside of Hank Aaron Stadium, the former home of the Mobile Bay Bears. And even though that team is now gone, Hank Aaron's legacy still lives on.
When we moved the house here, we were actually in Atlanta with Hank the day it moved at his house, and he was giving us items for the museum. So just that time that I spent with him, like I said, he was a great man.
And with Hank Aaron's passing on Friday, the baseball world and local community didn't just lose one of the best players of all time, but one of the best people to ever play the game.
I can't emphasize how humble he was and how much he loved people, and I never heard him say anything bad about anybody. He always had a smile and a positive attitude. Like I said, I wish that there were more Hanks in the world.
Now, the Hank Aaron Museum is normally just Monday through Friday. However, it will be open tomorrow from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., and it will be free admission tomorrow as well for those that want to come and pay their respects to Hank Aaron. In Mobile, Robbie Baker, News 5 Sports.